Hi, in this lecture I will demonstrate how to override onTouchEvent and construct our shooting mechanism with a ball. By the end of this tutorial, you will be able to shoot the ducks like this. I am going to copy the ball and target images into drawable folder. As you can see, the target image has dimension 45 by 45 and the ball image has dimension 46 by 47. Next, go to gameview.java and declare two bitmap object references for ball and the target. Bitmap ball, target. Instantiate them in constructor. Ball equals to bitmap factory dot decode resource, get resources, r dot drawable dot ball. Target equals to bitmap factory dot decode resource, call get resources and r dot drawable dot target. Declare two variables for ball's coordinate. Float ball x, ball y. Initialize in constructor. Ball x equals to ball y equals to 0. Inside game view, override onTouchEvent method. Type onTouchEvent. Change the return statement to return true. Returning true in onTouchEvent tells Android system that you already handled the touch event and no further handling is required. Inside onTouchEvent, we are going to write a switch case statement based on the motion event action. We can get the action by calling getAction method on motion event object. Write switch event dot getAction, and the first case I am going to write motion event dot action underscore down. Write a break statement. For next case, write motion event dot action underscore move. Again a break statement, and for the final case statement, write case motion event dot action underscore up. Next, declare two float variables to store the x and y coordinates of touch when the player first touches or taps on the screen, that is, when the motion event is action underscore down. Float sx, sy. declare another two floats for the x and y coordinates of the touch when the player drags on the screen and when he lifts his finger from the screen respectively. That is, when the motion events are action_move and action_up. Float fx, fy. Initialize them with 0 in constructor. Sx equals to sy equals to fx equals to fy equals to 0. Initialize sx and sy using event.getX and event.getY methods when the motion event is action_down, that is, when the player first taps on the screen. Sx equals to event.getX and sy equals to event.getY. Similarly, initialize fx and fy when the motion event is action_move and action_up, that is, when the player drags his finger and when he lifts his finger from the screen. Fx equals to event.getX, fy equals to event.getY. Just copy these two lines and paste for action_up. Next, declare two float variables to store ball's displacement in x direction and ball's displacement in y direction respectively. Float dx, dy. Initialize them to 0 in constructor. Dx equals to dy equals to 0. Inside motion event dot action_up case statement, initialize ball x and ball y. The ball will start moving from this point when it is shoot. Ball x equals to event.getX and ball y equals to event.getY. Here, initialize dx and dy by subtracting sx from fx and sy from fy respectively. Dx equals to fx minus sx and dy equals to fy minus sy. Draw the target in onDraw method if sx is greater than 0, that is, when someone taps on the screen. If sx greater than 0, canvas dot draw bitmap target comma sx minus target dot get width by 2 comma sy minus target dot get height by 2 and for paint null. We want the target bitmap to draw along with the finger, and when the finger is away from the starting point with some value greater than 0. So write if math.abs fx minus sx greater than 0 or math.abs fy minus sy greater than 0. I'm just going to copy this line and paste here. And change this to fx and this one to fy. The value of fx minus sx can be positive or negative. It's positive when the player drags his finger from left to right. However, the value is negative when he drags his finger from right to left. So, we have calculated the absolute value using math.abs method. If we provide positive or negative value as argument, this method will return positive value. Next, declare two variables to store the running total of dx and dy. Float tempx, tempy. Initialize them in constructor. Tempx equals to tempy equals to 0. Draw the ball in onDraw if absolute value of dx or dy is greater than some value, say 10. Increment tempx and tempy with dx and dy respectively to be able to move the ball forward in correct direction. If math.abs dx greater than 10 or math.abs dy greater than 10, ball x equals to fx minus ball dot get width by 2 minus tempx. Ball y equals to fy minus ball dot get height by 2 minus temp y. Canvas dot draw bitmap ball x ball y and null. Finally, increment dx with tempx and dy with tempy. Tempx plus equals to dx and tempy plus equals to dy. Initialize these variables to 0 in action_down. Dx equals to dy equals to fx equals to fy equals to tempx equals to tempy equals to 0. It's needed as every time a player taps on the screen, these variables should be reset to produce correct result. Run the app. As you can see, when I click on the screen, I get a target image, and when I drag mouse cursor back, another target image follows the cursor. Once I release the click, ball starts moving forward. But we have a small problem here. A portion of the target is visible when we just click. how to fix that. I will give you a moment to fix the bug yourself. Go for it. You can pause the video now. Welcome back. I hope you managed that. I found that when action is action_down, we are setting fx to 0. This causes the first part of second if statement for drawing target to be true. So add another condition to it. And fy greater than 0. Run the app to test the code. Okay, it's fixed. Next, to make the shooting process more interesting, we will draw a border line at 75% of the screen. The player will be able to shoot on or below this line only. Declare a paint object in class scope. Paint border paint. Instantiate the paint object. Set its color to red and stroke width to 5 units. Border paint equals to new paint border paint dot set color dot red border paint dot set stroke width 5. In onDraw, draw the line. Canvas dot draw line 0 for start x, d height into 0.75 f. For start y, for stop x write d width, and for stop y write d height into 0.75 f. And for paint, provide border paint. Now force the target and ball to draw below the line for shooting. And sy greater than d height into 0.75 f. And fy greater than d height into 0.75 f. And sy greater than d height into 0.75 f. And fy greater than d height into 0.75 f. Run the app to check the output. Perfect. So, to recap, I have shown you how to override onTouchEvent, get various events like action_down, action_move, and action_up, and construct our drawing and shooting mechanism with a ball. In the next lecture, I will demonstrate how to detect collision between the ball and the ducks. See you in the next video.